Hello and welcome to Wired In. I'm Diana Gulotta, Executive Director for Public Relations and Marketing for Hampton City Schools. I'm very excited today because we are joined by Mia Moore, who is the School Court Liaison for Hampton City Schools. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to talk a little bit about the HERE initiative. Okay. I've heard so many great things about this initiative, so let's share with our patrons and taxpayers a little bit about HERE.
Okay, well basically the HERE initiative launched in 2010. Its creation was a collaborative effort by more than 10 agencies. It's pretty much a community-wide effort to provide early intervention for children. The goal is to not only focus on the unexcused absences, but to look at what's going on with the family, at school, and in any community issues. The HERE initiative, it uses a family-driven, strengths-based approach to focus on, like I said, the underlying issues contributing to truancy. The goal is to look at the personal strengths, to re-engage the family and the student and the parent back into school, and thereby to limit any necessary further court intervention. We don't just want to look at the student not being present in school or that empty chair, because pretty much that's the early sign, or it shows us that there's something else going on. So we want to see what's going on at home, school, and in the community. We want to intervene, and we want to make sure that the child is not only present in school, but has what he or she needs to be a productive member of society.
So for example, I know a family whose water was shut off. Mm-hmm. There was an inability to pay a water bill. Mm-hmm. And so through this initiative, that may give you an opportunity to look into why the student wasn't there. Perhaps he or she couldn't take a shower mm-hmm. and get ready for school. And so then what would be the next steps for you to look into that family and see what you might be able to do to help solve that situation, to get the child back in school?
Definitely. Like I said, we started off with more than 10 agencies, so all that's involved is, of course, Hampton City Schools, Hampton Newport News Community Services Board, mm-hmm. Hampton Juvenile Court, Hampton Court Service Unit, Hampton Department of Human Services, which is where we would probably initially go look to see if we can provide further assistance with getting the utilities back on, mm-hmm. The Sheriff's Department, and also the Hampton Police Department. And then most of all, we have the parent and the child, and the community members. So yes, we definitely want to look at what's out there, what resources are available, and how can we help that family as immediately as possible, as soon as possible.
And to me, it seems like it's showing how much Hampton City Schools cares yes. about each child, because we're not just saying, oh, that child's absent or that child is truant. We're really trying to work with community agencies to mm-hmm. look at why and how can we help. Exactly. What can we do to make sure that that child is in school and learning? Because we all know what the research says about mm-hmm. if you're not in school, it's hard to get the lesson if you're not in school. So it sounds like a real caring approach by the school district.
Definitely, because truancy usually is like a precursor for juvenile delinquency, social isolation, mm-hmm. teen pregnancy, substance abuse, and of course dropping out and failing academically. So we definitely want to address it. And as school administrators, it's important that we intervene at the very first unexcused absence when we make that phone call. We're trying to problem solve, and we're trying to basically find out what's going on.
So I saw a presentation, I guess it was last school board meeting, that was given that showed some really positive results. Can you talk to me about that?
Absolutely. Like I said, the HERE initiative started in 2010. At that time, unfortunately, we had roughly 6,500 students that were truant.
Wow.
And in April of 2014, we just had a meeting, and right now we have roughly 2,000 students. So it has been a progressive decline, and this has definitely positively impacted our students enrolled with Hampton City Schools in our community.
That is fabulous. Those are some great numbers. I hope to continue to see that decline. Yeah. So is there anything else that you'd like to share about the HERE initiative?
Basically that sometimes when parents get a call from administrators, you think, uh-oh, what did my child do now?
I know I do. I got a call today.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah.
But I want everyone to be open that it's not about a punishment or it's not a punitive process. Basically, it's community outreach. We're trying to make sure that the child has the tools, the additional resources, whatever is necessary to be productive members of society. And just to find more information about the HERE initiative, you can find it on the Hampton City Schools website in the Parents or Students tab under Attendance Resources, and it says HERE initiative as well.
And I know we're also working on a video with PEG TV, trying to get that established and sent out. Can you share any information on that and where we are with that?
Yes, it's in production.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be out in June. The first video is for administrators, just to clarify what their role is and how we can be more helpful or provide more assistance to our families. But then we also have HERE brochures going out at the beginning of the school year, and just as parents, it's important that we read the paperwork because we also have a HERE truancy contract to just read what's expected of the student and the parent and as us as administrators. And the student handbook is also another resource. But the video hopefully will be out soon.
Well, and I'm hoping that this show will help spread the word about the HERE initiative and what we're trying to do. And it's not so much punitive as it is, hey, what can we do to help? What can we do to help your family ensure that your student's in school? Because that's very important.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing those great results. I would like to have you come back in 6 months, and wouldn't it be great if that number's 0?
Yes, absolutely.
But thanks again for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for joining us today on Wired In. Have an excellent week. Thank you.